I didn't hit record. Nice. Yeah, I was just mentioning that I feel like people are very much overthinking with the whole stars thing. At least some people, whole stars thing. They're just completely overthinking, like why they're failing or why they're not as popular or anything. Because like they try to do like, oh, it's the idol stuff. It's them trying to appeal female audience, which I'm sure could be part of it, right? The female audience bit. But like even then, I feel like you could cater to a specific audience and still get a different one, right? So I don't think that necessarily would have mattered anyway. I mean, yeah, maybe it made it so they didn't do like show themselves completely, but I don't know. I feel like from some of the clips I saw of them, I feel like they were doing that. So I don't think that necessarily was an issue, but yeah, a common thing that I see in a lot of stars clips is like that they didn't know that they existed, right? That's a common thing I feel like I see in a lot of stars clips. And that's an issue, right? That's a problem, and that's also a problem from covers. Like, that's their fault. You know? Like, you literally have a brand that has multi-million, like, is a pretty worldwide brand, right? Like, maybe even people who don't really know VTubing, right? They're gonna know, like, Hololive, or at least, like, some VTubers in it, right? And you just sat there and did nothing with it. Like, you had this like once in a lifetime, probably even more rare, honestly, because of how much of in the infancy of VTubing, like you had this happen, right? And yeah, and you just did nothing. In fact, you did moves that constantly sabotaged the stars, right? Whether it was hiding the girls from the stars, because that apparently happened on Nene's testimony. At least with some of them, they just did that. Doing the separate Twitter, which didn't make any freaking sense, but they did it anyway. Like, there's been several instances where they sabotaged them, right? And people are gonna bring up like 2022, 2023, and it's like, yeah, I love that. They should have kept doing it. That's the thing about like Flying with the Girls, is that they should have consistently done it. They did it like that one time. That's like probably the only like noticeable time they did it. Like at least the company themselves did it. Because I know there was like a Stars vs. Live tournament for like Overwatch or something. But I think that was set up by one of the girls. That wasn't set up by Cover. So. And plus also, I don't think they talked to each other because they were, obviously it was Overwatch as a team-based shooter, so they're trying their own calls, like making call-outs and stuff. So yeah, I don't think they probably even talked to each other anyway. So yeah, I feel like the only meaningful time they Stars and Live collabed was that 2022-2023 countdown. And then you'll notice in the next year they had them have their own section. And they did it with the ID girls on the Holostar section, like they did the same thing. But like, dude, we had freaking Azuki in there. It's like, bruh, that's crazy. Yeah, and then, yeah, the year after that, they had nothing. I think it's been 2 years now they've had nothing for the countdown. It's year 1 or 2. I could look, but I'm pretty sure it's been 2. That's 2 years they haven't had it. It's also very weird because it does seem like they're taking they're like playing it very safe, which is very weird. Like with the last countdown, they just put them all in their respective gens and didn't really do much about that, right? Yeah, the last one was 2023, 2024, so the last 2 years they haven't done it. For 2024, 2025, and then 2025, 2026. They haven't done it. So yeah, last 2 years they have not done it at all. Which yeah, that's another thing that just sabotages them also, because it's like, alright, great. There's just no point then. I mean, this literally has 690,000 views, dude. Like, I don't feel like it's a failure at all. Like, I'm sure Lives is higher, but like, I mean, that's not a failure at all, dude. And they just stopped. Like, I guess I could look at the other countdowns. Like, yeah, that has 2 million, the most recent one. I could look at the other one. The 24-25 one. That's 4.5. Which, yeah, I think it also did worse this past year, because, yeah, it was just, there was nothing to it. It was just, like, the gens together, which, like, is neat, but it's also, like, yeah, you just played it super safe, dude. There was nothing crazy added to it. Like, there was no crazy, like, groupings or pairings or anything. I think people liked that about it. Yeah, I just want to see the year that they both did it. 4.6. Like, yeah, I guess it got 4 million more, but I mean, I think that's also because they didn't probably advertise the Stars side really. There's like, hey, they're on Twitter. The Stars have their own side. That was it. Right? Like, that's the problem when you separate the Twitters. Like, when you do announcements like this, is that you don't see them. Treating these as two separate things, like two separate entities, is not going to work. Because the less popular entity is just not going to be seen at all. Like, it's just that simple, man. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like, yeah, that is really the issue. Is like they just completely separated them and isolated them for no reason. Like, had they had them work together, like, it would have been fine. Actually, like, yeah, the Stars Sage actually has gotten, I mean, this is only from like a month ago, so granted, it's probably gonna pass it, but I mean, the stages have gotten like the same amount of views as the like Stars countdown. Right, I don't think it's anything crazy. But yeah, I mean, but like that's the thing though, like if you have low numbers, you're going to produce low numbers. That's how it works, dude. Like, and it should be on the company to help raise the floor, right? Like, that's why the girls can get a few like things go viral every once in a while, right? Because their floor is real high. So when your floor is real high, like, social media is very much like a domino effect, where if people keep seeing it and liking it, then like, yeah, it's just going to get higher and higher, right? It's going to be more and more popular, more and more people are going to see it, right? And so, yeah, when you have a lower floor, or a higher floor rather, like, you have more chances and more opportunities to have that breakout thing, right? Like, even Hajime and Raiden have had it. And then, like, even with clips, right? Like, Bae's had like a few like super viral clips for her, and then also Snake Eyes is doing very well, right? But like, you know, this stuff happens because of like, I'm not saying they also can't go viral. Like, I'm pretty sure Liz's and Haka's Mephisto cover did very well. I think it was at like 1.5 million or something, unless I'm over estimating it, but like, I think it is somewhere around there. Yeah, 1.7, the Haka and Liz cover. I guess it also helps that that's her main thing on there, so that would that would help it. So like, yeah, I'm not saying like the boys like completely can't have that happen, right? But it's far less likely because their floor is so much lower for stuff like that to go viral. Like, it's just very unlikely. I mean, even though Liz cover that had like the rest Holo group and Ao in it, I mean, it's about to hit 400,000. Like, that's the thing, that's so good for Holo Stars. That's actually kind of close to her Snow Relation cover with Justice. Yeah, Liz actually hasn't had like any of her things really go super viral except for her debut cover, which makes sense, and then the one with Haka. That's actually very interesting. Because I think even like CC and GG's like covers did very well. That they did with each other. Them could be though, just because like it's not super likely, like you don't see it that often. But I think it could also just be because yeah, like I mean yeah, G actually like at the beginning had a couple ones go viral. But I think it's also because Autofist is just so popular, right? That also helps because I think CC's cover with GG also did super well. Yeah, it's literally her best performing cover ahead of her debut one even. So yeah, I think that could also be part of it. And then yeah, I think their first like music video typically does super well. I'm not sure about Shiori, but Shiori also like it took her a minute to do one, but yeah, it's still at 605,000 though. It's like pretty good. But yeah, I mean, her music also doesn't seem to do that crazy. I mean, the Advent music sometimes will do well, but yeah. It's funny how the Advent songs have actually like, I think they've gone down like a LP, like a Let's Play their views, where it's just gone down every time. It's like, that's interesting. Yeah, I need English because that's where they upload it, but I think it has literally worked out like that. Is it under the Advent vs. Just playlist or? Oh yeah, no, I guess it was different. Yeah, so no, never mind. Yeah, the most recent one, 175,000. One before that, 437,000. One before that, 521,000. I guess yeah, it could also just be time. Right, that's also true. It could just be time. Yeah, it seems like What Comes Around actually might pass Breakout. Like eventually, because they are like super close to each other. Like yeah, Genesis is 1.4 million, Prisoner has 1 million. Like they just kept going down. Also yeah, it's weird because like from Prisoner to Breakout it was 5 months, which is like kind of a big gap. So there's also that. I don't know if someone's going with like one of the music videos, but yeah, it's interesting. It's a 5-month gap in between those. Because yeah, it might have just been also that like a lot of the hype for it just kind of went away. Just kind of died down 5 months later. Because yeah, they were doing it 1 month at a time, and then you take a 5-month break, and then you do it once a month again. But yeah, maybe I didn't do well. Yeah, anyway, my whole point is like Stars does bad because no one knows who they are. And I feel like as a company, your whole point is to make people know who they are. And you do that by having them work with the girls. Like the most popular VTubers, you know? That's how you do it. And the company should be the ones doing that. Like, I feel like the girls shouldn't have to be the ones that have to do it themselves. Like, yeah, because all you have to do is fill out a questionnaire of, like, do you feel comfortable collabing with Stars or Live? That's all you need to do. Yes or no. And then you can just go from there on who you want to put in there. Yeah, another thing that also bugs me, though, about, and, like, one of the reasons why it bugs me when people go after the girls who don't, because first of all, like, I don't care, you know? Like, it's fine. It's what they want to do, right? So I'm not gonna judge them for it or anything. But secondly, like, I think there are a very small amount of them that actually feel that way and are like that, you know? just from like what I've seen in the past, it's just like I think a lot of like a majority, even on the JP side, like would be willing to collab with the guys. It's just the audience that's just been allowed to fester at this point. You know, it's just made it really hard. But like, yeah, you should have just put them together. Like during the initial boom where all the girls were getting the boom, like you should have been like, hey, how about the guys and girls collab each other instead of doing the opposite and hiding them from each other. Like that was crazy. Like, yeah, you literally hide them when they're it's in 2020 at the height of the boom, because I think Nene said it was around when they debuted. So yeah, it would have been like 2020 at the height of the boom, and you just hide them from each other, and then you wonder why Stars isn't successful. Like, okay, all right, man. And like, I think it's honestly also just the consistent clips, dude. Every time after like every stream, dude. Like, there's just consistent clips after clips after clips for live. And then for Stars, I mean, there's like a few, but it's very small compared to live. Very small. Like, I hate that I look at like Watopia, who like I think typically clips Hololive, but I think since the announcement they've actually started clipping Stars, which is very cool. But like, I hate that my initial reaction to that is like, oh, that's weird seeing them clip like Stars, right? Okay, it seems like they'll probably go back and forth, because yeah, they just did a Shiori Bibu clip. So yeah, it seems like they might go back and forth. You know, might clip it a little bit more. Yeah, because actually they did do like 3 live clips and then a Stars live, so yeah, they'll probably still be a majority live clipper, but it seems like, yeah, they definitely will clip Stars sometimes, so that's cool. Right, I feel like that's what we need more of, is just like, it is funny actually, because the Stars clips are actually doing better too than the live clips of what Watopia is doing. That's funny. See, like, I feel like that means there's a market for this, man. Like, the fact that, you know, like, if you just look around it, right? What else doesn't help that this has like someone else clipping that, so that probably doesn't help. But you know, like, you look at some of these 1.4, 1.7. I think this also had a clip of it. Honestly, it might just be that like they keep clipping stuff that also other people clipped. Because yeah, this one seems like it's probably more unique and that did better. So that might actually be what their issue is. Is that they're doing that. Like, even like some of these, man, they're like on par with the Stars clips. And I think it's just because, like, yeah, no one clips Stars, dude. Like, or most people don't. So it's like the first time they've seen it. I don't remember if Watopia is one of the first for Uyu, but maybe. It's definitely possible. But yeah, like, if you like, even look at those, I mean, yeah, it definitely could entirely be because these are other, like, I've seen other clips for them and it probably did better. So I mean, yeah, that's it's not super fair. I forget what the ID clipper is, because yeah, that's who the other one was. I can't remember the freaking name of the ID clipper, dude. God dang it. I'm checking nice. Actually, now I think that if I click on it, it probably would just recommend the one that was more popular. Hang on. Or maybe I'll at least find the clipper anyway. It's not Shark. Shark's a Stars clipper. Okay, maybe not. I thought maybe I'd see him, but yeah, maybe not. I really thought I would see it, because it'd be like, hey, this is the same thing, but yeah, I guess not. Actually, I don't think I've looked at the clips or the comments of that Flayon Shiori clip that did really well. Actually, might want to peek through that and just look for a little bit, see what some of them are saying. Yeah, because also like Gerard just talking about kidney stones was a big one. You know what's funny though is I think also people always consistently bringing up the stars and live interacting with each other in the unicorn debate, because that just gives more replies and comments to the video, so it also boosts it. That might also be what helps with stars, honestly. Yeah, it'd probably have to be more towards the bottom, but yeah, it's actually more of them talking about the like older Cali Crony Vesper Magni days. And like people talking about like, man, this would be cool. Oh, there's someone who said that they didn't know they were from Starzy and they'd check them out. Like, yeah, I feel like that's always the thing, dude. It's never like, oh, you know, the idol stuff, like, is ruining them or anything. It's like, no, they just, people haven't heard of them. Right? Like, that's literally just what it is. Like, I feel like that's the thing you see consistently within these clips so much, dude. It's like, people being like, oh, yeah, no, I've been a fan for months and didn't know they existed. Right? Like, I always remember the one guy who said, like, I don't remember where it was at all, but someone mentioned that, like, oh yeah, they were a fan of Hololive for eight months before they found out stars existed. And it's like, at that point, that's just a failure on the company, man. Like, you feel like you can't even blame the guys for that, dude. It's like, if I'm, you know, running a company, I'm not gonna just isolate my employees and not, like, or like, I just don't see how you look at that and be like, oh, that's not an issue. Like, I feel like that's very much an issue, man. Like, the fact that they're just looking around and be like, man, I can't believe this failed, or like, how did this fail? It's like, it's very obvious, dude. It is very obvious. You just, nobody knows about them, dude. And like, yeah, you can't just separate them. It doesn't make any sense. Because yeah, the initial separation is probably what gave unicorns, right, and to those types of fans in the community, right? And then now it's come back to where the girls, if they even mention stars, like, get freaking hated on for it, right? And all this drama. So then they have to make a statement, and Cover doesn't do anything to like protect them or anything. It's like the girls themselves who have to say something. And yeah, it just basically makes it seem like that behavior's okay. And it's very annoying. Cause like, yeah, I think also like they've basically like forced the girls to be silent about the guy. So it's like, yeah, of course no one's gonna know they exist then also. About that, it's like, it's just so frustrating, man. Like, yeah, it's just so childish, the whole like Narissa stuff, because it was literally, he was like, oh yeah, no, I promise that I won't mention the stars, I guess, and then she did it. Oh yeah, dude literally said, why do you keep listing all the beggars that once you fail, fall into obscurity, and become trash like Niji, Sanji, what used to be V, Shoujo, or FaZe? Yeah, I don't think that's why they failed. I don't think they failed because they talked to dudes. Said holsters are a blight to everything that falls under cover. In what way, dude? Yeah, you wouldn't name drop any Hollister or male VTuber or male content creator. Like that's crazy, dude. What kind of rules are that? That's freaking ridiculous. Now I know it's like one guy, but still, like, I mean, obviously these drama tubers are gonna pick up on it and then start a whole thing. And yeah, it's just very frustrating. I mean, it's also crazy because, like, also I feel like people were vastly overthinking it when, like, one of the tweets that went viral for the Hall of Stars is just literally Axel rinsing a pineapple. Like that was it. 9k likes, 400,000 views. Like, it's just Axel washing a pineapple. Like, I feel like that really speaks to how, like, how much people are overthinking when they're doing, like, oh, it's the idol, so it's the female audience stuff. It's like, no, dude, because people don't know about them. They're like, they are content creators. Like, I think people forget how live grew, right? When people are trying to do all this like analysis on stars, like they just forget how live grew, which is from their personalities and from them streaming. Like, I think Shion and Corona even talk about like Gen 2 and like gamers, like, or through Gen 2 and gamers, like they kind of just had to jump into the idol stuff because Sora wanted that, right? That was the initial plan, right? But I don't think they had the resources for it, and then they started getting bigger. But Gen 2 and gamers didn't know about that, like about the idol stuff, so they just kind of got jumped into it, and they were forced to do it, basically. So, like, I feel like saying it's the idol stuff that made live popular is actually kind of crazy. Like, yeah, sure, some of their dance covers go viral and they're dancing, but, like, I don't know. I just hate to say, like, when people say, like, that's idol stuff. Because, like, you're a dancer, dude, you're a singer. Like, saying idol stuff, like, that makes me think, like, oh, yeah, no, they had unicorns, right? Which, like, I don't think that gives them fans, it just gives them money. Right? You just have a bunch of, like, sugar daddies, basically. But that's not going to give you more people. Right? Like, in fact, it might give you less people. Because, like, that's just going to be a worse, like, worse community environment kind of thing, right? Like a worse environment to be in when they're like clearly dudes being manipulative, you know, and you like see that. Like I think it's just a worse environment to be in. So, like, yeah, sure, you probably make more money, and I think Rushia is still like the most super chatted to streamer, right? But like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like also, like, is Lammy even up there? Like, yeah, like, I just want to see it. Is this from... How old is this? But why? This is daily, so all time. Yeah, Ryushi's number 1, Pekoro's number 2, Marion's number 3, Coco's number 4, Kanta's number 5. So I guess Kanata also could fall into that because she was the more typical idol, but also she probably got so much from her ending stream, like her graduation period, which I feel like that's also probably important to take into account. Okay, Lammy's 8th. All right. So like, yeah, it'll give you money, but just like, I don't think it necessarily gives you more viewers. You know? Also, what is the thing it's showing? Is it just like, is it just 2 random videos, or is it like their most super chat streams? Because that's what I'm curious about. But it just says videos. Like, I'd rather... Oh, I guess count is how many they've gotten. Yeah, so that's also a pretty good way to organize it. Because, yeah, Rushia has 273,000. Like, literally like 50,000 less than Pecora does, who's second. Actually, Pecora's about to pass Rushia. She's only 50k away, but... Like, yeah, Kanata had way less. Coco had a lot, right? And yeah, I think Coco would have been one who would not have cared about climbing dudes. Yeah, because doesn't Kason do that? I'm pretty sure. So I don't think that would have been an issue. But Kazuya is at 6. I don't know how you say his name. Kuzuha? I don't think it's Kazuya. That's how some people would pronounce Kazuya. I'm not sure if that says... I think it's Kazuya that you actually pronounce it. Some people pronounce it Kazuya though. Yeah, let me be number 8. Like, it does make sense, but... Aqua had 207,000 and yeah, is 7th. But yeah, Uza has 178,000. It's like, I don't think they're giving you fan. Chloe had 100,000 and is 13th. That's crazy. It must have been all these freaking like graduation streams, man. Because that seems to be like some of the people who are at the bottom is like graduation streams. It's freaking crazy. Watabe's 9th. They're 17th. Like, I think a lot of them are going to be Hololive just because of the very beginning, right? And like, there wasn't as many people, right? I mean, Toa's 27th. Matsuri's 25th. I mean, Matsuri did have those few like clips of her getting super chatted a bunch, like bullied by super chats. So that could be a part of it. I mean, Kason's 29th, Gura's 30th, Ubuki's 28th. Like, I feel like it's not that much more, because if I ever compare to Lammy, like, it's what, 800,000 different? Oh, I guess it's a million if you look at Fubuki, but like Matsuri's only 800,000 difference. But yeah, I guess it's like a million, and even then that goes to the company, some of it, so like you only get like 50-60% of that. This is only 1,000 technically. Like, yeah, this is technically only like 1,000, right? Yeah, this is 100,000. Oh wait, no, that is million. That is million. Okay, so that is quite a bit. Yeah, I do feel like that's all you get though. It's just more money. Like, you're not, because also Lammy I think doesn't have like, she's just kind of in the middle of the road, right? Like, I think she's on par with like Toa, and yeah, she has the exact same amount as Coco, like just above Polka. She's 40,000 back from Ali and Muna, and yeah, actually she's 190,000 lower from Toa and Matsuri. Now Toa is probably from music, so I'm not gonna say it, but like Botan, I think also, yeah, Botan's 190,000 more. I don't think Botan necessarily became popular from her music, but that could just be bias on my part, because I unfortunately have not found a Botan song I like, really, because she did just put out a new one, but I mean, I think it's because Botan like organizes a bunch of stuff, right? Like, she actually does like the like reaching across a bunch of other communities thing. I think she does it fairly well. I guess I could just go popular. That would make sense. Yeah, no, her most viewed song is 2.2 million. Yeah, it's absolutely not her music. I think it's herself. Like, and yeah, she collabs with she played Siege. That's crazy. I mean, I get, yeah, she is a PS gamer, but she actually has like a couple like Siege things. That's funny. Seems like she had like highlights. she made, and Siege was apparently one of the games she played back then. Yeah, it's absolutely not her music that made her have her sub count. I think it's all the events she runs, if I am be completely honest. And like, just, you know, going on clubbing with like a bunch of different people and different communities. I think that's probably a big part of it. I mean, I think also it's her laugh, but yeah, I mean, Iroha's 36. That's crazy. Because Iroha is also like not big on the Gachikoi unicorn thing. Like, she's even said with like ASMR stuff. Like, so that's surprising me that Iroha's 36. She owns 33rd. That's definitely because of her leaving. Yeah, Suisei's, the fact that Suisei's still 39 is actually crazy because I don't think she puts super chats on her streams anymore. She turned it up like a while ago. Like, she's still 39th. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, Iris is 40th. I mean, Ame's 44th. Fumoko's 49th. Aki's 50th. I mean, yeah, like, I think that's right there. Like, Aki's 50th, dude. That could have been like towards the beginning, because I think actually her colliding with other people hasn't been a thing, or it's only been a thing for like 4 years or something like that. I think I saw Aki talk about. So it's actually been more recent. So this could have probably maybe been in her early years, but I mean, still, dude. Her being 50th and like way ahead of some of the other Hololive girls is kind of nuts. Yeah, Fawn is 51st, again, I think from her leaving. The whole her leaving thing, you know? That probably did a part of it. Yeah, Botan's 56 for super chats, though. I mean, yeah, Crony collide with Vesper and Magni. 68,000 super chats, 822,000. Oh, apparently Ange just passed Ina for super chats. Sora's 63rd. I mean, Sora does turn it off though sometimes. Because she also gets bullied about it and she's like, alright, I'm turning this off. Ume 77th, again, I think the whole leaving thing. Laplace 78th. I mean, Laplace streams on Twitch sometimes, so... I think towards the beginning she only streamed on Twitch. I think now she's come back to stream on YouTube, at least a little bit. Laplace might be doing the same Toa does, actually, where, like, if Toa's in a collab, she streams on YouTube, but if it's, like... Well, I think Hololive collab specifically, she goes on YouTube, or, like, certain games, but if it's, like, an FPS game, she streams on Twitch or something. It's the top 100 there. I mean, like, yeah, Aki being 50th is kind of crazy. Like, I feel like it's not that big of a boost. Because, like, yeah, Lamy and obviously Rushi, I feel like are the two you can point to the most of that, but... I feel like the fact that Matsuri's 25th, I feel like, I mean, she was still doing fine for her super chat numbers. I guess I would know, yeah, maybe if I go, like, yearly or something. If I go, like, this past year. I mean, Kanta, number 1, or number 2 makes sense, she left. Gloria is number 5, which is kind of surprising. Azuki Miko, Okayu 10, Irene 20th. I mean, she, from what I've heard, doesn't like unicorns, so... Well, I think she's fine with Gachikois, but not okay with unicorns, which doesn't make any sense. I feel like those two are just conflicting things, but... Alright. Ekor has also called out the ridiculousness of unicorns, but that might have been during 2026, so... I don't remember when that clip was. Sue went up 192 spots to 27th. Rihanna went up 351 to 36th. Yeah, I think Rihanna's like actually high tier as far as Flow Glow super chats go, as far as sub numbers being so low. Kiara's 37th, which would actually made her go down. I mean, yeah, Lemmy's like 49th within the last year. Crowny's like literally one below Lammy, so I don't think it matters all that much, to be completely honest. Oh hey, who's this row person who got 60? Who's 60th on here? That's crazy. Buki 59th. Was Iroha just like super high at one of the years? Because Iroha apparently went down 22 spots compared to 2024, I assume is what it's comparing to. So Iroha just must have been like top 10 or something. I mean, Haka's literally 76, dude. Bro, he's higher than Nene. That's crazy. And Arista. That's kind of nuts, dude. And Toa. Yeah, Haka actually being in the top 100 is kind of crazy. Why is Vietnam spaced? Yeah, Aqua being number 1 2024 makes sense. Is the plus like compared to the previous year? That must be what it is. And Kanto is 12th even with all that. Azuki was 13th in 2024, up 129 spots. Yoki was 19th, that makes sense. I've just seen like Iroha, man, because like I'm just very interested. Apparently Iroha went down 15 spots. Like it just seems like there was a year where she was like top 10, and I feel like that's very strange. Maybe it was when Hollow X debuted. Because I mean 2023 it's Koyori first, Chloe third. So yeah, maybe Hollow X was just making bank, man. I don't know. I'm just very curious about the two like streams it chooses. It must just be the two highest super chatted streams. Like I think that's just what it is. It's just weird though because it's only listed as videos. Yeah, Chloe number 2, Koyori number 3 in 2022. Lammy is 6th. Iroha is 9th, yeah. So I think just Hollow X debuting. Because yeah, I think they debuted like October or something like that. November. I think it was late 2021. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can even say Council moving up a bunch. Oh, that was the year Arusha got terminated, right? Because she went from 1 to 53. Still crazy though, because I think she got terminated in March and didn't have like any fanfare or anything. So that's crazy. But she's still 52nd. Yeah, she made 1.6 million in 2021. That's kind of nuts. Yeah, Lemmy was 3rd. Like, I just think also with how expansive everything is, people are just moving away from... Because the problem also with the unicorn stuff too is like, it makes it hard for them to collab outside of Hollow too. Because like, yeah, you can collab with Niji, right? But like, you can't do these like bigger events, right? And I think that's actually going to end up biting or shooting Hollow in the foot later on. When like it gets even more and more expansive, right? Is like, yeah, you're just gonna keep like your fans are gonna be like, oh yeah, no, we don't want them to cloud dude, so then they're just not gonna do these big events, and like you're losing your cultural grasp on VTubing with every passing year, and yet you aren't really doing anything to fix that, and it's very weird. Like I feel like actually Aki and Botan, Toa, like they're gonna do very well and survive for much longer than apparently 2020 2019 the statistics not there, but yeah, it seems like for Lammy it was at least like 2021, was it? Yeah, she was 3rd, so like when Hollow had most of the, yeah, they had most of the cultural zeitgeist of VTubing. Which yeah, was her 3D. I mean, it was also her 3D and her birthday live were her two highest, which like I feel like for most of them that's what it's gonna be anyway. Like yeah, Nene's was that. So I feel like even then, because like yeah, Gura's two highest was her birthday and then 2 million. Or she had 2 million and she's 11th, right? She's only 300,000 less than Lammy. So even then, man, like I don't know. Crowny's 15th, like Shuba's 16th. And I mean, I know they'd have a club of dudes, but if they have unicorns in their fan bases, I think that's crazy. Well, actually, Supers is big enough. I guess both of them are big enough that they probably do, but I do feel like also it's like, why are you, like, really? That's crazy. I don't know who Pato Neko is, but apparently they're #1 this past year. But like, yeah, also with this trend I'm noticing, you can see like Hololive has less and less of the list too. And like they're often sliding down more and more. Except for like, you know, the newer talents like FloGlow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the fact that Hawk is 76 this past year is kind of nuts. Maybe Hawk is the one who's carrying them for Cover to not make the decision for EN. I don't know. I don't know what this stream is. I think it's her hitting 1 million. Okay. So like, yeah, I feel like that also makes sense that she gets a bunch of super chats then. It's just like, I don't know if doing the unicorn thing's like really worth it. Like it makes any sense. For like even like money reasons, right? Because like you only get like only a little bit less, right? But you'll probably get like a bunch of other like viewers coming in. I just don't really get it, I guess. Like even like the framework of like, oh well, I need to make more money, so I'm gonna cater to unicorns. Like I feel like even that doesn't really make any sense. And again, I feel like also it's gonna come back to shoot them in the foot. The fact that Cover's just like completely letting this community or this part of Holo fandom just stay. Because again, it's gonna screw them over for like other collaborations. Also, Ririka has lost 5,000 subs. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if the bots are coming for her or what, but I guess I can try and like get her kanji name and just see if there's anything on Japanese Twitter. But I mean, the fact that I search her name in English and nothing pops up though makes me feel like it's like a bot thing. Like, yeah, I have no idea why. Like, she's just losing subs for some reason. Doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna latest because maybe it's somewhere there. That's the Roja clip. I mean, that's them replying. Like, yeah, it's nothing really about her, as far as I can tell. So I don't know if it's like bots, just like, or like YouTube thinking they're bots, so they remove them. But like, why isn't it Ririka then? Like, that's so weird. I don't know, man. Also, why do when I search Ichijo Ririka, I get Gavin Newsom post in Chinese? What? Yeah, like, I don't know why she's losing 5K. That's very weird. Because, like, yeah, it's not hitting anybody else. And even on Japanese Twitter, it seems like there's nothing. So I don't know if it's, like, somewhere else there's something going on, or what, but yeah, it's doesn't seem like it's like, because I thought it was like a Miko thing when Miko had to go through, but it doesn't seem like it. So yeah, I have no clue what it would be. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. I just think it's better, like, because I still think what Lammy does, right, and like the relationship she has with the Yukimen, like, it can still work, right? And like it can be a very entertaining one, right? Like the bickering back and forth. I mean, Marion even has it with her fans, right? Is it the Ichiman? But or Ichimi? Because now I'm thinking of Yukimen, and now I'm like, shoot, what is it? What's the pronunciation of it? Is it Ichimi? Is that what it is? Yeah, it is Ichimi. Okay. But yeah. I think it still could work. I think you just need to be able to make it so you can collab with dudes and it'd be alright. Because that is just way too, like, why aren't they restrictive? It's just way too restrictive. I feel like, because yeah, again, like, if say a cover wants to be like, hey, we want you to do this collaboration, but there's gonna be a dude there, right? Like, I feel like it's kind of crazy that they probably can't do that. What's surprising the most, though, is I think Lammy actually didn't go to an all-girls school. Like, I thought most of them that would have that mindset would, like, have gone to an all-girls school, but it seems like Lammy actually went to not like an all-girls school, and she actually went to a boy and girl school, which that surprised me. I mean, yeah, I guess that was, like, you know, a little prejudice on my part to assume that, but I mean, I also didn't assume every girl who went to an all-girls school would think that. I was just thinking most likely they went to an all-girls school if they thought that. Because I think Matsuri didn't. Yeah. I think Matsuri went to a boy and girl school. Yeah, I guess Lammy's personality, honestly, just, yeah, it would scream. Like, yeah, even if she did go to a boy and girl school, her personality just is like, yeah, she'd want that. Again, like, I feel like it can still have that personality, but still, like, collab with dudes, and it'd be fine. Right? Honestly, she could be like, play like the Matsuri role, right? That Matsuri played with some of the guys that she collabed with. Like, I feel like that could work. And be very fun, but it probably wouldn't happen. Yeah, I think it's much more of a conflict of interest to have unicorns in a company that you have male and female talents than like a Lammy, right? Where, you know, it's more acceptable for people in the company to collab with dudes. Like, I feel like that's way more, way less of a conflict of interest than the former. Because again, like, yeah, it's not even just like they can't collab with stars. They can't do these like big collabs. Like, I think that's why stars are live often isn't in these big collabs. Is because their audiences are basically forcing them to only collab with girls. So at that point, it's like, oh, well, the only big collabs they can be a part of, right, is ones that feature all girls and like only girls, right? Also, yeah, if Matsuri wants to get her numbers up, I did not see Mio on that list at all. As far as like super chats. I think Watame was like around her, which that also kind of surprised me, but Watame also streams so long that, like, you know, I'm sure that's more likely, but I guess Kyla also isn't up there, or Bibu, but I mean, they were later. Like, Watame, I think, because Krone, I think, also was up there too, so Watame and Krone are like the two main, like, stream for a while people, so. I mean, I don't know if Watame always had the that reputation. I assume she would have. So I feel like if anything, because I think Kyla now has to do less, right? Like I assume Watame always had that. I'm just gonna go oldest and just see how long her streams were. I mean, the game ones actually were only like 2 hours, an hour, 2 hours. Even then, she had like a 6-hour stream in there. So yeah, starting off, actually, she didn't stream as long. It is kind of more of a recent thing, it seems, but it seems like a few months in, then she started doing like 2-hour streams. Mostly. That would be like her minimum. Just 2 hours. Yeah, so like at the very start it was like minimum 1 hour. She did a lot of those, and now it's seems like there's a lot of like minimum 2 hours. There's like an 8-hour one. I mean, like, yeah, she definitely had the capacity to do these longer streams, so there definitely was that for sure. Yeah. I mean, it definitely seems like it is much more of a recent thing. To just have all these streams. It could also just be the game she's played also. Even Chrono Trigger's 5 hours, Pocopia's 5 hours. Yeah, there's not a lot of shorter streams. There's still a lot of longer ones. Yeah, it seems like her minimum's almost like 4. Like unless it's a collab, her minimum's like 4 hours on a solo stream. It's kind of nuts. See, I guess yeah, she wasn't super crazy in the streaming numbers. As far as like stream hours. I mean, Koiri also, like, I think she like basically only streams. So her also being up there as far as like super chat numbers makes sense. Like, I think she actually averages more than 1 stream a day. Like for an entire year. At least for 1 year she did that. I don't know if she's still doing that, like consistency. I think she took a break on the weekends for voice acting, right? So maybe not this year she'll get it, but I know some of the past 2 years she hit that mark where she streamed more than once a day, which is crazy. So yeah, her super chat numbers being high I feel like makes sense. I feel like Chrone's being high also, it's for the same reason. As well as just being super popular. Yeah, Roha does surprise me with how high up she was. Like, she was 9th, but I think it was her overall like cuteness. Like, I think Chloe and Roha had the same thing where people were like, oh my god, they're so cute. Kind of a thing, right? So I think that they had that going for them. But yeah. So if I were to go to 2022, I believe that was the year. I'm just gonna pull this back up, but yeah, Chloe was 2nd, Koiri was 3rd, and then Iroha was 9th. So yeah. And like again, like Lammy's most supercharged streams are like performances. Or like I feel like when the other girls would have their most super chat stuff too, so I feel like yeah, Rojo's was her 3D, and then it seems like her 1 year anniversary, like live, so I mean yeah, it just makes sense. I think with Chloe is the exact same thing. And Koiri I think also is the exact same thing. Oh no, she had a different 3D live, but yeah, literally with the top 3 Hollow X girls, it was their 3D that was their number 1. Yeah, Roha, I think her and Chloe had the same thing going for them. Of just like them being really cute and also easy to bully. Because yeah, I think Chloe also was definitely very bullyable. So both Iroha and Chloe had that. They're not so different the more you think about it. Because yeah, Iroha had 45,000, like, I guess more, and then Chloe had 43,000 more. Are they on there for 2021? Because then I can at least see, I could do math and figure it out. Yeah, I feel like Mio also is like consistently like mid to like not on the board at all when it comes to super chats as well. I don't think any of the Holix girls are for 2021. Yeah, they, I think, literally had like a month or two. So actually, I should have just seen how much they went up by, because then I know their previous position and know where I'm at. Oh, I guess Corey was on there, but Chloe was new. Iroha new. Yeah, so they weren't on there. So yeah, I was not gonna find them anyway. Like, Corey was apparently 63rd, so look at that. Just missed it. Yeah, she was 63rd. She had 19,000. Apparently, Jump King stream did very well. It's funny. Yeah, Corey had 96,000 super chats. Like, hers is absolutely because of just sheerly how long she streamed for. Honestly, Lammy had 64,000. Like, I don't think it's necessarily like a unicorn thing. Like these oil barons or whatever, right? Like, also with the whole idea of like, you know, if you get rid of these people, you're like screwed. Like, ironically enough, like Chloe and Iroha had less. Mari had 28,000. Well, that's at least more. So yeah, I guess she could have still had a lot of them. But yeah, I think Koyuri with this has like over 100,000. So it's like averaging out to like $8 per super chat, which I feel like is not that much. I mean, I wouldn't know, but hey, you can look at most live viewers. Actually, I do want to see that. Just like, that is something I am curious about, because yeah, this is concurrent viewers. Who was I want to see it with? I can't remember now. But, oh, I guess this is just their peak in general. That kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping it was like it would average it, but it's just their highest in general. I guess it does say most live viewers, but I thought it would be average. It's not. That's a shame. Yeah, that's not as helpful. I would definitely like that though, just like if that's possible. Ours is 12th apparently today. This is our super chats. That's 67 or 751. Even then though, that's like close to like 10 per super chat, which I feel like is not that crazy. Because actually, yeah, I could just average this, you know, and see how many it actually is, like with like that Korra. Right, 3, 2, 3, 4, 200 divided by 3, 5, 8, 6, 4. Yeah, Pekora is under $10 a super chat. Even like Rushia, who like is always used for that, right? I could look at hers. She's like the common example. She has 12 per super chat. I mean, I guess like, yeah, if you go macro with it, it's kind of like, maybe it's hard to see if you go macro with it, but yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, even if I use Lammy's numbers even. Yeah, she's $7 a super chat. Like, that's nuts, dude. Like, yeah, if anything, the oil barons are like, they'd be for like Chloe, because Chloe has 100,000 count with 2 million. That's so weird because I never saw Chloe as that type, but I mean, I also wasn't a fan that much when, or for that long when Chloe was still there. Because I became a fan in June of 2024, and she left, or she at least made her announcement December and then left, what was it, February? Who's this for? This is Chloe. Yeah, she had $22 super chat. But I think that's also because of them leaving. Like, there's gonna be big donations for people if they leave, right? Like, that's why Aqua's also up here and has a crazy ratio, I feel like. I think the only exception is probably Coco. And that's just because she was one of the few English VTubers, or like VTubers that can speak English. So she was probably also getting English super chat. So yeah, she has 6.8, even less than Lammy. Yeah, Kanata's also up here. But like, yeah, I think if they just left, like, people are typically gonna donate much larger amounts than if it's just like a general, like, normal stream. Where is Koyori? Yeah, because I feel like that's the more interesting one. Yeah, she's also about 7 for super chat. Kurane could also look at. I think even like Toa is probably an interesting one to look at, right? Because she obviously clubs with dudes, right? I think that's also a good way I could look at it, is like 1-2 collab with dudes. Just looking at the per numbers. I mean, Toa's is 11. Like, it's actually higher than most of the other girls. So that's kind of crazy. Ayame also collabs with dudes sometimes, and she has like 14. But yeah, I feel like also like looking at these like most super chat streams, like they're all like super old, right? Like they're all like from several years ago. I mean, Fubuki's actually is like a pretty great ratio, I think, looking at this. Yeah, hers is like just under 8. Yeah, wasn't Lammy like one of the lowest as far as like ratio goes? Yeah, I don't know how to view that from the ratio, right? Of like, because I don't know if lower would be better or higher. Because in my mind, lower would be like, it'd be more different people, right? Most likely, but it could also just be like, that could make it more effective, right? Because you make people want to donate to you. I mean, also, this was like a 1 million celebration stream, wasn't it? And then, yeah, her in 3D. So I assume if I click on this, I'll have to make sure I'm not a robot. It's a CAPTCHA. Oh, it just plays the stream without you being able to mute it. It was 4 hours. That's kind of crazy, dude. Why is this not letting you... Oh, there it is. The mute button's top right for some reason. Okay. Oh, it seems like all the super chats came at the very end of the stream. So she might have had them turned off and then turned them on. Or no, this is just the time. Never mind. So I think she had them on the entire time. I'm dumb. Yeah, she did. They're going by on the beginning of the stream. Yeah, she had them the entire time. Oh, it was her like on a countdown to 1 million. Yeah, of course that's gonna do the best then. Yeah. Yeah, it was literally like a countdown stream to her hitting 1 million. So like, yeah, of course she was gonna get it. And then yeah, like the huge like wave of support afterwards. Yeah, no. That makes sense. Actually, I think it did say how much money it made. Was it like 40,000 or something? I guess it was 40,000. Yeah, 44,000. So like, yeah, I guess it would just be like, there's a bunch of other streams just like below it or something, but actually, yeah, maybe like the view amount to super chat ratio also could be it. Which sucks because they do the like per view, like the like view ratio and the comment view ratio, but they don't do super chat view ratio. Which I feel like that'd also be like a better thing of this. She actually has like the same like rules as like, at least back then, she has like the same rules as any other streamer. I'm curious if that's still the case. It's kind of fun. It's like interesting. Like I'll just go to like her most recent stream, see if that's still the case. I would assume so. It's probably just like the preset thing. We've been aware of a number of attempts to cite controversy against our talent by causing other sensitive statements using live stream chat. Set up a list of terms unable to be mentioned at present present this. Please understand this response is not politically motivated and intended to share the peaceful live streams by our talents. You understand that even if such statements were to be said by the talents, they are in no way politically or ideologically motivated. Yeah, no, Lemmy does have the same thing, but that's funny to notice from Cover Core. I assume they put that up after the Miko stuff and they made a statement on it. I'd assume that's probably what that is. When they say no talking in the waiting room, is that when the stream's starting or like beforehand? Yeah, it seems like beforehand. Okay. I also didn't even realize there was a rule like you couldn't speak in the waiting room. Apparently, at least for Lammy, that's a rule. Unless those rules are like not enforced anymore. Been there since the beginning. I don't know. Yeah, I think the whole like being like bringing unicorns to make yourself more money is not even all that true. Unless it's that you get more people who give smaller donations, then I guess then maybe. Because yeah, Lammy's is like $7.2 per super chat, which yeah, I don't know how to really interpret that. If that's, I mean, yeah, I guess if her averages are lower, but her total's higher, then yeah, I guess that would be what it is, huh? It's just like as far as like number of unique donators, there's probably more, like, or at least above average compared to her size. Because I mean, Marine almost certainly is gonna have more, Pekor is gonna have more, Friend is gonna have more, but that's just because they're bigger. So like yeah, that's interesting. I don't think anyone tracks those stats, unfortunately. I mean, Botan, and she's running a tournament which has 41,000 people watching, so like, and I think those are the kind of stuff that's like, yeah, that's gonna help you. I clicked on one Lammy video, now my subscription feed that has most relevant just has Lammy. All right. Yeah, Botan is for like 41,000 viewer tournament. Like, I think that's actually just gonna help cover. Right, just getting other people, bring in other people to Holo. Because like, yeah, it's not a given now that people's first VTuber is going to be a hallway VTuber. We're kind of past that point. So Botan doing something like that, it's actually probably going to be very good for them. Yeah, I really gotta use the bathroom, and we've been going for like an hour and a half, about hour 15. Yeah, so I'll end it there, but Even then though, like I feel like, I mean, I don't know, yeah, a million's a lot. I just don't know if it's like I feel like I'd still rather have more viewers, right? Because like the only number that's not going up is super chat, and even then, like if you have so many people, like yeah, you're gonna be up there anyway. But I feel like if you court unicorns, you're actually gonna have less viewers, so then like every other number is going down. So like I don't know, but yeah, I'll see you Sunday for Lego Batman, the second of the villain levels. So yeah, I'll see you then. So goodbye.